Our story starts with a loud scream coming from a rundown house. Inside, a mafia boss and his goons torturing a man with an iron. He burns him on his leg, and the man begs for one more month to pay his debt while shielding his wife in the back. The mafia boss smirks, telling him he doesn't give a fuck, sell your organs and pay back the money you borrowed. He charges in, aiming to burn his face, wanting the man to feel the pain of the people who can't get their money back. But then he stops and notices the man's wife on the phone sending a message. He grabs it out of her hand, like a shut-in getting caught on a website red-handed. The man tells her he hopes she's not calling the cops because it's no use. As he looks on the screen, he notices that she was warning her son not to come home no matter what. This makes the mafia boss grins like crazy because she fuck around and now he's gonna beat their son ass too. She screams, begging not to beat up her son. The mafia boss, with a sinister face, orders his goons to tie them up so they don't make any sound when their precious son returns. Suddenly they hear the door opening. The son has reached home. As he opens the door, his mother begs in silence, "Please don't come in." The door opens and the goons hide ready to ambush him from all angles. He announces he's home, thinking he would get a response from his parents. And then it happens, a redhead goon jumps out with his baseball bat in hand, ready to take the first hit. Thinking first one to hit him gets praise. He actually lands a hit in his neck, hoping that would knock him out. But he's shocked when he sees Bro grab his shoulder. We learn his name is Kang Sun-woo. Sun-woo folds his fists, ready to drop his first body. Then bam, one punch straight to his face. Oh my god. Bro, his face is completely obliterated. As he dropped to the ground, the mafia boss and his parents is shocked. Redhead Faces is no more, just look at it recognizable. And his boss is sweating like crazy. Didn't expect some kid to do this much damage. Kang Sun-woo standing there looking furious. The mafia boss orders the rest of the goons to beat up Sun-woo. Fuck him up, he says. But Sun-woo standing there unfazed. Two goons attack, but he weaves them. He aims for Baldy first, punches him in his side, folding up like the letter K. Few of his ribs are broken by that punch. The punch was so brutal, Baldy began to grow hair. Sun-woo ready to land another hit, he punches the same spot again. All the bones in his side are now broken. Baldy has no recovery from this. He screams so loud, if you like the video, you can literally hear it. His eye almost popped out. At this point, Sun-woo turning Baldy into a cyborg. Another goon tries to land a kick. Did it work? Nope. Sun-woo grabs that chicken leg and breaks his other leg with his own foot. His foot literally charges. Another charges in with a chair looking confident, like this will knock him out for sure. He lands a hit in the back of his head, but that also didn't work. Sun-woo stares him down with that death glare. The goon looks shocked. How could a mere kid survive my chair attack like it's nothing? Before his brain can register, it shuts down. Why? Bam! Got slammed into the wall, the mafia boss is frozen in fear to see his foot soldier now a picture frame. He wonders what just happened in that split second, and glances at Sun-woo parents with a knife in hand. He grabs Sun-woo's father, deciding to beat him to death. But in that instance, that same iron he used to burn his father reaches his face and kiss it. Good night. That kiss was so powerful, him plants into the wall. Sun-woo removes the iron, but the mafia boss face didn't move with it, because it's now stuck in the wall. His head now on the other side of the wall, completely fucked up, nose broken and several teeth gone, and to our surprise, he cries out that his neck hurts. Are you serious right now, bro? Now that room has bodies laying everywhere. Sun-woo, who's still mad, looks at his parents and untie them. He warns them that if they didn't want him to fight and beat up people, they should have been rich. Instead of being brokies, all of this wouldn't have happened. But with all that blood he's been losing, he collapses on the ground. At the hospital, two ambulances rush in with injured people. Inside the hospital, multiple patients are seen screaming in pain. A man at the front desk is observing everything that's happening. He questioned the lady at the desk, "Why is there so much commotion in the hospital today?" She tell him that a mafia boss assaulted Sun-woo's father and all of them was beaten up by Sun-woo himself. Four Eyes looks shocked. All by himself? Turns out the mafia boss is also brought into the hospital. He demands he want that kid Sun-woo to pay. This blonde goon tells his boss that Sunwoo is also here in the hospital. He mentions someone named Black Bear is here, who just recently left to find him. So Sunwoo meat is toast. Four Eyes hears the name Black Bear and realizes it sounds familiar. He questioned the lady about Sunwoo room location in the hospital, to which she tells him it's room 202. After receiving this information, Four Eyes rushes out. He figures that if the Black Bear was in this area, then he is one of the top fighter candidates. Four Eyes finally reach to Sunwoo room door, feeling sorry for what Sunwoo has got himself into. As he looks inside the room door, he spots Black Bear big as hell staring down Sunwoo. Black Bear wonders why those goons call him over just to see a little high school boy going on a rampage beating up his goons. Black Bear apologizes to Sunwoo for what's about to happen and not to blame him, because he also has debt to collect. Black Bear, looking like Baldy Father, acknowledges Sunwoo because he seems to be an interesting guy, and for not shitting his pants after seeing the great Black Bear. Sunwoo looks right into his eyes, clearly not intimidated by his ultra-bald head Pro Max. Black Bear finds this as an insult to his aura, so he tells Sunwoo that he has to learn a lesson and must drive fear into him. Black Bear lifts his huge hand, the size of who knows what, but Sunwoo reacts first, aiming to remove one of his teeth, but things didn't work in his favor. Even Four Eyes, shocked to what just happened. The hand of Black Bear was so powerful it sent Sunwoo in the ground. Sunwoo lost a lot of blood earlier, so that hit almost knocked him out for days or months, even worse, kill him. Four Eyes expected that to happen since it's Black Bear, a top fighter. Black Bear finds this amusing, that Sunwoo has guts to charge at him like that, so he definitely has to strike him down. As Black Bear looks down on him, he notices Sunwoo getting back up. Brushes that hit off like nothing happened. Sunwoo trash-talk Black Bear. For a big guy like you sure love to run your mouth and don't have nothing to your name either. Black Bear eyes widen and thinks, if this boy knows who he's talking to. Pissed off by that trash talk. Black Bear tells Sunwoo that's the reason why hurting people is fun, as he attacks again with the intention of putting him 6 feet under. Sunwoo goes into Ultra Instinct mode and dodges his strike and counters with that powerhouse foot kick straight to Black Bear's faces. Those jaw-cheeked won't smile for a while. Four Eyes at the door in disbelief, needing a next set of glasses to believe what just happened. With that powerful kick in the face, Black Bear aiming to fall on the ground to pass out. Four Eyes still analyzing the situation. Never in history Black Bear was taken down so easily. Suddenly he stopped mid-fall. This makes Four Eyes happy because ain't no way the physical king across the country would take some measly kick like that and go down. Now even more pissed Black Bear bald head starting to pump with vians. Guys, I think he's transformating now. But before he can say his kick was weak, he gets another punch straight to his face, sending him to kiss the ground for sure. Four Eyes again sweating at this scene. Black Bear, now going rage mode, smirks and grabs Sunwoo in a hold. He finds it funny that he now has to his special technique against a high school boy. Four Eyes calls out the technique name. That's the Bone Crusher. He wants to stop this now for going any further, but can he? Bro, you're not Clark Kent in glasses. He laughs out loud and prepares to finish him, crushing every bone in Sunwoo. However, it didn't work. Black Bear ponders why he's still alive after using his full strength on him. Sunwoo grips him and he sues, shocked that Sunwoo is moving. That's impossible. Your bones are fine, your back not blown out. How? Black Bear questions him. He taps into more of his strength trying to crush Sunwoo. Sunwoo resisting, not wanting to let this man puts him on a t-shirt. While Black Bear starts mumbling, why isn't your back breaking? Why are you trying to break bro's back so hard? Sunwoo hits him with a devastating headbutt, and finally, Black Bear teeths are gone, and questions Sunwoo, why is your bones so strong? Did you put steel in them? He gets another headbutt to the face. His face is completely rearranged. But Sunwoo not done yet. He keeps smashing Black Bear face with his headbutts. Guess that's a technique now. Four Eyes begs Sunwoo to stop, because Black Bear is already unconscious from those headbutts. He tells Sunwoo to calm down, it's over. Four Eyes tells him if things get uglier, then it would be more of a trouble to hide the evidence. He makes a phone call giving the details of the room and tells the person to clean up the mess for him. Sunwoo, half awake, asks Four Eyes if he's with these goons too, and who is he? Four Eyes dodges the question and asks to team up with Sunwoo. He looks at Four Eyes, wonders what the fuck this guy is talking about. Moments after, a group of people arrive at the room in specialized protective gear. They notice his black bear body on the ground and confirm that the target has been received. Four Eyes assumes, after what just happened, Black Bear won't regain consciousness for a while. The man in suits goes to move the body. Four Eyes hands Sunwoo a red card telling him that he's someone that can give him what he truly wants, but has to fight for his master in order to get this offer. Sunwoo takes the card and crushes it and tells Four Eyes get lost now. He throws the card away, not wanting to make money through fighting. Sunwoo walks out, not interested in Four Eyes. Scammy's trying to pull on him. Four Eyes, in the back, clearly plotted something sinister already, hoping his answer can change in due time. Sunwoo washes face inside the bathroom, breathing heavily. He thinks even if his life is a mess, he want to keep a promise he and his mother made to not get into a fight. His father opens the door, asking what he's doing in here and hoping he isn't going anywhere in that condition he's in. Sunwoo looks at him knowing goddamn well who's responsible for his condition right now. He blames his father for getting soft because he was a boxing champion back in the day, even getting offers, and could make a lot of money but instead ended up with a huge amount of debt. He also mentions that he was kicked out of the national team. Even so, his father could have joined a local boxing gym and put his pride aside. Sunwoo shouts at him for putting his pride over his sick mother and asks him, what's more important, his mother or his pride? Sunwoo father remains silent, but instead of answering his questions, he turned to leave and warns, Sunwoo, don't think of leaving the hospital in that state. Go back to your room, and then he leaves. But before Sunwoo can say anything, his head starts to spin and falls on the ground, wonders if because he isn't getting enough sleep these days. Bro just went toe-to-toe with Black Bear with his ultimate headbutt technique and thinks it's because lack of sleep this kid built different. But he realizes that's not the case. He gets headaches whenever he sees his father and hates him for it. For one, he brings home less than a week expenses while being full of scares and injuries. Sunwoo hates that he has to apologize and bow down to the parents of the bullies he has fought with. He even tried to get a job to board a deep-sea fishing board, but he can't. It's nice he's a high schooler, so changing his life situation seems impossible. His fellow high schoolers mock him, telling him to come over to play instead, when Sunwoo refused their offer and to get lost because he has no time to stop and idle. The bullies trash his working bike, which result in, their ass getting beaten. And that's the reason his debt to his father just keeps increasing every time he gets into trouble. And he can't just up and run away because he cares for his mother and won't abandon her. Sometime after, he wakes up in the hospital bed, noticing they relocate him to a different room when he passed out on the floor earlier. He ponders how many hours have passed he has been lying in this bed for. He takes up his phone, realizes he got a message from his father. His dad finally sallows his pride and tells Sunwoo it's finally time to tell him everything he's been keeping a secret and why he's been a bitch lately tonight when he gets home. Sunwoo is interested by this, to know what exactly his has been hiding from him. He checks to see if he got any messages from his mother. His phone rang and it's from his father. He asks if his mother is okay before he can talk. Sunwoo father whispers don't go home no matter, because some are there hiding and waiting to gang up on you. Sunwoo father informed him that he has moved him to a different hospital room under a different name, so he'll be safe for now. Sunwoo, however, is more concerned about his mother. He tells him that she's safe, near the police station in a motel. He begs for Sunwoo to not move from where he's at, because it's dangerous. As he hangs up, Sunwoo runs out of his hospital bed to find his mother, regretting not to fuck with those goons. His father calls back. Turns out it's his father co-worker. He informed Sunwoo he has bad news about his father. He has fallen off the building while working, and he's unconscious. His injuries are bad, everywhere broken. Sunwoo rushed to his father immediately. As he arrives, he sees him, unconscious and wrapped with bandages. The doctor tells Sunwoo that the surgery is very difficult, and the cost for the surgery is 100 million. And it won't stop there. He'll need more money even after the surgery is done to cover for treatment and rehabilitation. This puts Sunwoo in a shock, with tears streaming down his face. He sits in the corner wondering what he's to do to help his father. And then he remembers. The business card he got from Four Eyes, he throw away in the bin. He runs to find it because that could help him. He finds that hospital room where the trash bin is, but as he looks inside, it's empty. He sobs on the floor, blaming himself that this is all his fault, crying his eyes out, unable to do nothing to help his father or mother, thinking everything would be better if he was unalive instead. Then the mastermind appears, hold the same business card in his hand, asking Sunwoo if he's looking for this, and finally change his mind about the offer. Sunwoo has no other choice, ask Four Eyes, how much can you offer? Four Eyes' aura farming at the door say 10 billion. That is, if you win though. 10 billion? This shocks Sunwoo, as that's a lot of money. Four Eyes mentions to him that even if he don't win, you can still make money. As long as you became famous, you can earn a lot of money. He asks Sunwoo one final time, are you coming to fight? Or are you just going to stay there and cry like a wimp? You can see that desperation in Sunwoo's eyes, ready to beat down anybody for that bag. Of you agree then, like this video.